What is going on, guys? So I was planning on doing another fitness challenge on Saturday. It was going to take the whole day and it was going to be outside for most of it. I got up super early to start the challenge. I walked outside and it was raining. And then I figured if I could at least start in the gym and then maybe hopefully it'll stop raining by the time I get out. So I drove over to the gym, and apparently my gym opens at 9 on the weekends. So basically scrapped the whole morning, scrapped the challenge. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do that. But in lieu of that, I figured that I could talk a little bit about me, why I'm doing this channel, um, where I came from, how I got into fitness, and where I intend to go from here. So without further ado, I'd like to talk about how I came into the fitness community. So growing up, I was always a pretty athletic child. I played a couple of sports and did a couple after-school activities that were athletic. I played baseball for a while. I was really into skiing throughout high school. I was at least moving around. I never really got into the fitness scene, though. I never took gym class very seriously. And I wasn't really a fat kid, but I wasn't really a fit kid either. I just kind of existed. So fast forward into college, and all of those after-school activities and sports kind of died off. And in college, I began to become far more sedentary. And because of that, of course, I started to gain fat. So then it was the summer between my sophomore and junior year of college. The extended family was over at my parents' house for a weekend, and we were having a bonfire outside, having a few drinks, carrying on, having a great time. My uncle, who is decently athletic, he brought up the idea of what's called a savage race. So a savage race, for anyone that doesn't know, is a long several mile race. The full race is typically between 5 and 7 miles. And then they throw in a bunch of Ninja Warrior style obstacles throughout. My uncle, when he was up, suggested that he was looking on his phone and said, "Hey, look at that. There's one right down the road tomorrow morning. You want to do it?" And so my half-drunk, fully ambitious ass said, "Heck yeah, let's sign up." So the next morning, slightly hungover and vastly unprepared for what was to come, I put on my gym clothes and headed out the door. Now, mind you, prior to this, I probably hadn't run in months, and the farthest I had ever run before that was maybe a 5K, and running a 5K would be a generous statement at that point. So running 6 miles straight with 30-something obstacles, it seemed very ambitious for me. But I was excited because I liked American Ninja Warrior and they were the same type of obstacles. So if I could get through the running, I'd have a lot of fun on the obstacles. So that was my goal. So going into that, I knew I was unprepared, but I didn't realize quite how unprepared I was. I finished the race, and I think I definitely slowed down my uncle quite a bit, but he was happy to have me along. And I only succeeded on about half of the obstacles, and the running was tough for me. But afterward, I realized that was a ton of fun, and I want to be able to do stuff like that, better. I want to get better at that kind of stuff. So I kind of did my own sort of practice, I guess you'd say. I started to run slightly more often, work on grip strength kind of stuff, but I never really had any sort of consistency or plan going into it. I just kind of did stuff. So fast forward until fall of that year, I took this class that we call bike class. And it's very important. I can't really talk about it, but the guy that taught the class was one of the most influential and wisest people I've ever met in my life. He was a short, angry-looking man that was built like a pit bull. So that kind of gives you an idea of who this guy was. But after you got to know him, he was one of the nicest, kindest, most wise, and calm people I've ever met in my life. And he laid out, after talking to me about my goals, what I want to look like, what I want to be able to do, he laid out a gym plan for me that was a pretty standard but very well put together lifting regimen. And I remember the day exactly that I began this. It was October 25th of 2018. I just did that at the gym for months. Just months of doing that and trying to put more weight on the bar and do more pull-ups and more push-ups, and I just wanted to try to get better and get stronger. And so it's almost 3 years now that I've been on my fitness journey. And ever since, I've still kept that mindset of I want to get better. I want to be able to do more. I want to be able to be stronger, be faster, be better, feel better. And so far I'm doing a pretty good job, I think. So that brings me to now. Why, oh why did I start this channel? Well, I made this channel because I felt like I could entertain people, really. And my fitness journey, despite it just starting, I've been here for 3 years, so I've learned a thing or two, but I'm really just learning. I barely know anything. I barely scratched the surface on beginning my training. And so I figured I might as well bring you guys along with me for the ride. Maybe you guys can learn something too. But if you don't, hopefully you guys find a little bit of entertainment and enjoyment value out of the silly things that I'm going to put myself through. So I'm going to do silly fitness challenges, some grueling activities. I'm going to do some absolutely gut-wrenching eating challenges. But hopefully, along with this entertainment, I can at least provide a little bit of knowledge and education along with the videos. So that hopefully while you're being entertained, you might learn a thing or two and, end goal, inspire you guys to go to exercise, So if I can be entertaining enough to teach you guys enough and inspire you to go do your own sort of exercise and live your own healthy life, that would be absolutely perfect for me. And that is why I'm creating this channel. So with that, guys, please, I hope you enjoyed, and stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.